Baby, let this disclaimer run. Let this disclaimer run. Section 107 fair use allows us to talk about it. It is for reaction purposes only, and it was for entertainment purposes only. Don't go out of y'all way to dislike anybody we talk about in this video. Baby, it is my opinion and my opinion only, and we are here to talk about it. Baby, that was someday yesterday. Now, wasn't it? Now, ooh, when I say we got to talk about it, we got to talk about it. When I tell you I was lopping from one live, hopping to the next live, I was trying to hear this, trying to hear that. We probably going to have to do a part 2, so keep your notifications on because I'm going to upload all day, baby, because we got to talk about it. This right here has went, whew, really out there, okay? Really out there. All right, so I don't even know exactly where to start because I do believe that Ed was live before Peach, correct? And then she went live, and then it was just like chaos. It just broke out. But before the live, let's talk about before the live. Before the live, there was a lot of community posts being made. There, was still talking about the family, and then it was talking about, Miss Tracy having her children everywhere and at everybody's houses and leaving them, and then saying, well, that's why, this happened to Ed because of it. And that's why he drinks. And I'm thinking, oh my God, Becky, look at this stuff. It is outrageous. I'm just like shocked. This is my whole thing about that. Number one, when she gets on here, she says my childhood trauma, my story, my healing, my forgiveness, my testimony, my this, my that. So to tell your brothers, okay, business is totally out there, it's totally far-fetched. I don't even understand. If you want everybody to believe your story and you want to tell your story, fine, be it. But putting everybody else's ducks out in the road was not cool. It's not your story to tell. It's not your trauma to tell. It is not for you to get out here and put nobody business out like that. And baby, when I tell you this is getting so low, it is getting low to the flow to where somebody may end up getting hurt. I don't want that to happen, but it's seeming as though it may happen. First off, when you talk about childhood trauma and then you tell somebody, well, this is why they drink all the time. What if he was to take a drink, snap, and then be like, well, it was you who brought it back up? Do you not know in a court of law, that is cyberbullying? That is taking a victim and putting them in a situation that they could say that they had a mental setback, or whatever the case may be, honey. Then it flipped. Then she went to talking about in her life that her mother sold the sister, and that the sister does not look innocent like she is. Now, let me tell you something. If all you can say about someone is they don't look as innocent as they may be, even though, Drea looks like she's got it all together, she really doesn't. Let me tell you something. Is it because you look like you don't have it together, you act like you don't have it together, and it's proven that you don't have it together, but you think that money can heal all wounds and money can do everything, and you just are, like you said, you totally out of order? When you only can say that someone doesn't look like they got it together, or don't be fooled by the looks, it sounds like a little bit of jealousy. When the sister Drea says, hey, I really think my sister is jealous of me, that is something that I actually do believe. I think it's a lot of jealousy. It might be jealousy that someone has made up in their mind, because as kids, if you feel you look a certain way and the other sibling looks the other way, you could just make yourself be the black sheep. And in this situation, it seems like the fact that Drea and her children are close with Miss Tracy, and then the fact that Drea, always, ever since we have seen her, she's always dressed to a T. She has on a waist trainer. Do you even have even Peaches showed her house, and it's all in order, it's nice and everything. But then you say, but she live in the projects, but her house still look better than yours, and you supposed to be a 6-figure content creator. Everything does seem like a bit of jealousy. Now, what I ain't gonna do is go over everything that she said in that live, because when I tell you, baby, it's the same old song. We heard about the bath water. We heard about being dropped off at the grandma's house. I mean, the same thing that she has said for years upon years, right? Now, she did get on there and she did say that she got her first black eye and had to go have her first baby girl with a black eye. And I about fell out of the bed. She also stated, but I'm the one who started it. I'm always starting the fire. I put my hands on him too. Who cares about that? Because if you getting black eyes and you showing up at the hospital to have baby with black eyes, that means the kids are witnessing this, right? The kids are witnessing, they're witnessing the arguments. They're witnessing, shoot, I don't know why I can't get that out. They're witnessing everything. So, oh my God, I can only imagine that if you're sitting in the bed and you're going on and on where the kids can hear what they have seen and what they have heard behind the camera. But you know what? Baby, she sat up there like she was the Queen of Sheba and like she was going to air it all out and she was going to make herself look good. But it made you look whack. It made you look crazy. It made you look low. It made you look disgusting. I'm pretty sure, just like myself, a lot of people in the comments were floored when she was saying all these things that Wood had done. And it's not because we don't believe it, right? It was because of two things. Number one, you mean to tell me that you can sit around a man that Peach herself has said, giving her black eyes. We've seen documents of alleged abuse. We have heard her say he tears her down. You mean to tell me that he cheats on you with your friends, teachers, well, let me call them your employees, your hair braiders, and everything else, people in the neighborhood, people on the internet, every single place. He can do all of this, but you can lay next to him and make songs about how much you love him and how, oh, you so demonetized and you can't get your mind around it, but you can't sit down and have a conversation with your mother. You'd rather get on the internet and call her bees and hoes and everything else. That's why everybody was floored. They was like, girl, you up here telling your business, thinking that by telling you some of your business, but a lot of their business, you look better, and it made you look cuckoo. But then, baby, I was jumping over to Ed Live. And you know what? I got to say, kudos. What a freaking adult response, right? He says he's not going to talk about what happened to him as a child. And that's his right. He does not have to. He didn't put that on the YouTube street, so he don't have to talk about it. He also said he's not going to let a person that's broken break him. He's not going to let somebody who's heartbroken make his heart broken. And that was the most adult thing that he could have done, because if there is no response, then she's just talking to the air. She's already making herself look like she has hit some manic state of depression. Also, as the live goes on with Ed, right, then we hear Drea call, and, you know, she's just trying to tell him, you know, this is what she's putting out about you. This is what she's saying. How low can you go? Then Miss Tracy comes out and gets in the chair, and like Miss Tracy said, she ain't going to talk about her daughter. She's just going to have to leave it alone, give her to God, and hope that the best happens. Because at this point, if you ain't going to initiate the Baker Act, then all you can do is pray. Just stay away. Because you know what? Someone like that, they want you to come around. They're saying that they're going to get a restraining order. Yes, she said she's going to get a restraining order on her mama. They're saying all of these things to get a reaction. So yes, I would pray for her every night, and then I would just have to let it go. Because at this point, it's getting out of control. Now, let's talk about what the sister was saying, right? The sister was out here saying it was lies. The mom said it was lies. The brother said it was lies. They also were like talking about the stories that Peach was saying, and then they were contradicting it. But baby, Drea said that her children do not have to respect their auntie when they see her out in public. They don't have to talk to her. They don't have to act like they know her, and that it was on site when she seen her. She also said that she was hiding out in her home. She wasn't going far from her house. And let me just tell y'all something. Baby, now we all know that typically Peach is out here at all these stores, fluting around, oh, showing this, showing that, showing where she at. Oh, I'm at Sam's Club. Oh, I'm at this place. Oh, I'm at that place. That content has stopped. It's mainly family, right? Because, baby, you can't just get out here and say, I'm going to air everybody's business out. I mean, Peach got over there and she said, ain't nobody off limits. She said she was coming back to talk about Popeye, the Sailor Man, Bebe, Toto, Tito, Tiny, and all of them over there, baby. I seen, she said some names. I was like, what, huh? But I guess she said she coming to air everybody out. And see, this is where it's going to get messy, because all of those people she named, I don't see them talking about her. So once you step into the ring of talking about somebody, that's when people start to get hurt, because somebody's going to feel away. Somebody's going to feel away. I mean, Jesus, you done went to Ancestry.com and start pulling up names we ain't never heard of. Next, you're going to tell me that Kunta Kinte was your great uncle and he was out there having you bathe in the river. Hell, I don't know what we might hear next. You hear what I'm saying? But y'all, that's why I said, of course, we'll have to do a part 2. Of course, we'll have to go back and forth. If you were in the lives or you watched the replays and it's something that you want to discuss or something that you seen on that video that you want to put down in the comments so we can talk about it, go for it. All I know is, baby, it's bombs over Baghdad around this joint. I don't know what's going on in Tampa, but baby, it ain't the weather that's heating up. See you in the comments.